Hello, my dear students. In the live classes of Thursday and Friday, first we discussed regarding the physical features of our country. After that, our focus was on the story of village Palampur. So, my dear students, in that class I have told you all that there are 6 major physical features which are found within our country, India. First one is the Himalayas, second one is the northern plain, third one is the peninsular plateau, fourth one is the desert, fifth coastal plain, and last one is the island groups. Let's discuss one by one. So first one, Himalayas. As we are knowing, Himalaya stretch our country from west to the east. There are 3 parallel ranges of the Himalayas. On the basis of their elevation or height, they are classified into the 3. Himadri, Himachal and Shivalik. Himadri is the uppermost range of the Himalayas, whose average elevation means height is 6,000 meters. Second one is the Himachal, whose average elevation is 3,700 to 4,500 meters. And last one is Shivalik, whose average elevation is 1,300 to 1,500 meters. This Himalayas are very important for us because it protects us from the cold winds of the Central Asia, as well as it makes an obstacle in the rain-bearing winds of northwest, and thus these winds cause a plenty of rainfall in our country, India. Second one is the northern plain. Northern plain is also of great importance for us. Northern plain is regarded as the granary of our country. This northern plain is made up of the alluvial soil. Its length is 2,400 km and its width is 240 to 320 kilometers. Third one is the peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau is also great importance for us because it is the storehouse of the minerals. This peninsular plateau is also regarded as the oldest landmass of our country, India, because it is made up of the old crystalline and metamorphic rocks. This peninsular plateau is divided into the 2 parts, Central Highland and Deccan Plateau. The area north of the Narmada River, covering a major portion of the Malwa Plateau, is known as the area of the Central Highland. And the area west of the Narmada River, covering the portion of the Chota Nagpur Plateau, is the area of the Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is triangular in the shape. It is higher in the west comparison to the east. This is the main cause that maximum rivers which originate from the peninsular plateau, they merge into the Bay of Bengal. Fourth one is the desert. Desert stretch over the western margins of our country. When it moves further west, it merged into the Pakistan. It has mostly the sand particles. Average precipitation rainfall is less than 25 millimeters. Maximum streams appear in the rainy season, but very soon they disappear because of the texture of the sand as well as huge amount of the temperature. Luni is the only river which is found over there. Sand dunes are the common features of the desert region. Two types of sand dunes are commonly visible in the desert. One is the longitudinal sand dune and another is the crescent shaped sand dune. Fifth one is the coastal plain. Coastal plain stretches on the eastern as well as western margins of our country. The coastal plain which lies in the eastern margin, that is known as the eastern coastal plain, and the coastal plain which lies on the western margin of our country, that is known as the western coastal plain. Last one, island groups. Two island groups are found within our country India. In the Bay of Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar island group is found, which is made up of the corals and also regarded as the coral island. And in the Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep island is found, which is believed that is an elevated portion or higher portion of a submerged mountain. So this was all about the important physical features of our country, India. Now we shall focus to the first chapter of the economics, that is the story of village Palampur. My dear students, don't confuse by the name, it is not the story of an individual area. But through this story of a village Palampur, we shall discuss various components of the production. Then we shall focus into the main production activity which is practiced in the agriculture sector. So first, what is production? Production is a process in which raw materials are converted into the finished goods, either with the help of the simple machines or with the help of the complex machines. There are various requirements in the production. First one is the raw material. Raw material is the basic need of the production. Without raw material, any finished good would not be possible. Second requirement for the production is the capital. Now capital is divided into two categories. One is the fixed capital and another is the working capital. All the machinery, tools, buildings which are purchased or constructed once by the people and utilized for the long time, that are the example of the fixed capital. Money and the raw material comprise of the working capital. Means if there will be no money in the hand, there will not be raw material, production activity will not be possible. Another basic important thing which is required for the production, that is the labor. Both types of labors are required at the every stage of the production. Skilled as well as non-skilled labors. And at last, the most important requirement of the production is the human knowledge and enterprise, or in other words we can say human resource. If human resource will not be there, nothing can be achieved. So this was some basic components of the production. Now our focus will be on the village Palampur. We shall see that how land holdings are fixed in the Palampur, but in spite of it, farmers have adopted different techniques by which they can produce more amount of the grain from the same piece of the land. So first characteristics of the village Palampur is land is fixed. In the village Palampur, land is fixed And on the behalf of the land holdings, there are three types of the farmers: large farmers, medium farmers, and small farmers. Now, second one, in the village Parampur, there is the well-developed system of the irrigation. With the introduction of the electricity, maximum farmers installed electric tube wells, and they are using that electric tube wells for irrigating their fields. Besides that, farmers have adopted various techniques by which they can get more production from the same piece of the land. So there are two methods by which we can get more production from the same piece of land. First one is the modern farming, and another is the multiple cropping. Modern farming is the method in which farmers use modern tools like tractors, combine, harvester, threshers, plow, as well as chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides, and well-developed system of irrigation to get maximum production from the same piece of land. As we are seeing, on the one side, there are a lot of advantages of the modern farming, but on the another side, there are some serious impact of the modern farming. Because of the maximum use of the groundwater for the purpose of irrigation, the underground table has decreased. Secondly, the use of the chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides are very much dangerous for the soil as well as for the nearby water bodies. Another method for getting the more production from the same piece of land, that is the multiple cropping. In this system, farmers cultivate third crop as a jad, except then the Rabi and the Kharif. My dear students, mostly in our country India, two crop seasons are prevalent. One is the Rabi season and another is the Kharif season. But except this Rabi and Kharif season, some farmers cultivate one more crop, that is the crop of the Jad season. Now, labor. The nearby district of the village Palampur provide plenty of laborers for the different stages of the production. But unemployment is also very common in the village Palampur. So what is unemployment? Unemployment is a situation in which one individual is unable to get job or work for sustaining his family needs. In the village area, two types of unemployments are very much common. One is the seasonal unemployment and another is the disguised unemployment. What is seasonal unemployment? As we are knowing, agriculture is a seasonal activity. So, maximum people who are engaged in the agriculture, when there is off season, then it is very hard for them to get any job. This condition is known as the seasonal unemployment. Another is the disguised unemployment. In the disguised unemployment, the number of workers will be more comparison to the need of the workers on the same piece of land. Such unemployment is very much common in the village areas. In the village area, on the same piece of land, more than the number of the workers work, but their work will not affect the production. So this is the disguised unemployment. Now, beside this farming activities, some non-farming activities are also practiced in the village Palampur. First one, dairy. Dairy is also a non-farming activity which is practiced by the maximum villagers of the Palampur so that they can sustain their livelihood or they can increase their income. Transport. Some farmers of the Palampur use their cattle as a medium of the transport. They carry grains and other commodities to the nearby market, and they also bring that some commodities to the village area. By this they can increase their income, or by this they can get some money. Besides that, some people are involved in the shopkeeping who provide basic necessary things or basic things to the people of the village Palampur. So this was all about the summary of the live classes which were held on the Thursday and Friday. Till that time, bye bye.